Professor Liu, yeah, can you switch on your camera?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Fine. We'll
Okay.
start. It's about 7 in the evening.
Okay. Hey, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. On behalf of the National Academy of Sciences India Delhi chapter and MHRD-Institution Innovation Council, the Deen Upadhyaya College, University of Delhi, I welcome all of you in this special public lecture, which is being organized under the aegis of the DBT Star College program of the college. Today we have with us Professor K.J. Ray Liu, who will be talking to us about the wireless artificial intelligence, a new sixth sense to deciphering our world. And he is from University of Maryland. And I request my co-host, Dr. Gitika, to kindly introduce Professor Liu.
Thank you, Manoj. On behalf of the organizers, I welcome you all and I express my gratitude to Professor Liu for accepting our invitation to deliver this talk. And it's my pleasant duty today to introduce Professor Liu to the audience. Dr. K.J. Liu is a distinguished university professor and a distinguished scholar teacher of University of Maryland, College Park, where he is Pristine Eminent Professor of Information Technology. He is the founder of Origin Wireless Inc., a high-tech startup pioneering wireless AI for smart life. Dr. Liu is a recipient of 2 IEEE Technical Field Awards, the 2021 IEEE Fourier Award for Signal Processing, and the 2016 IEEE Leon K Kirchmayer Graduate Teaching Award. IEEE Signal Processing Society 2014 Society Award for influential technical contributions and profound leadership impact. IEEE Signal Processing Society 2019 Technical Achievement Award, and more than a dozen Best Paper Awards. Recognized by Web of Science as a highly cited researcher, he is a Fellow of IEEE AAAS and US National Academy of Inventors. As the founder of Origin Wireless, his inventions won 2017 CEATEC Grand Prix Award and CES 2020 Innovation Award with products available over 150 countries worldwide. He also received teaching and research recognitions from University of Maryland, including University Level Invention of the Year Award 3 times and College Level Poole and Kent Senior Faculty Teaching Award, Outstanding Faculty Research Award, and Outstanding Faculty Research Award, all from A. James Clark School of Engineering. Each award honors 1 faculty per year from the entire college. Dr. Liu is a candidate of IEEE President-Elect. He was IEEE Vice President. He was IEEE Vice President Technical Activities, Division 9 Director of IEEE Board of Directors, President of IEEE Signal Processing Society, where he has served as Vice President, Publications and Editor-in-Chief of IEEE Signal Processing Magazine. With this brief introduction, I invite Professor Liu to deliver his talk.
Thank you very much.
You can share your screen, sir.
Okay. So good evening, everybody. So in order to have a good bandwidth, let me turn off my video and I will share with you my slides. Okay. Can you see the slides?
Yeah, you can put it full screen. Perfect.
So now is the slideshow. You can see the entire screen?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So then I will start. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my talk about wireless AI. And you are about to learn what wireless AI is. This is something that a few years ago, my student and I, we start a venture in which we had an exciting journey of scientific discovery. And today I would like to share with you what this is. First, wireless sensing and tracking without wearable, no contact, non-obtrusive. Can we monitor people using ambient Wi-Fi via their vital signs, their breathing rate, their heartbeat, no wearable? Can we use Wi-Fi to secure your home when you are not there? And TV inside have Wi-Fi. Can TV know who you are there, and where, sitting where? Can an elder, if they fall down, can be detected by Wi-Fi without any wearable? When we are sleeping, can the sleep quality be monitored? Inside a car, if there is a child left over, so many children die because of that. Can we know that? By the way, inside the car, they all have Wi-Fi now. And can a car recognize the driver without any key? Now, can we track everybody indoor using a smartphone? Can we navigate a robot in a factory? How real is this? What can we achieve that? This is our story. I'm going to show you what we can do. Okay, let's start it from multipath. Radio wave is around us. Multipath everywhere, indoor, outdoor. But they have seldom been treated as friends. They are a nuisance. We hate multipath. Okay, but let's understand what multipath is. First, sorry, I need to do this animation. Okay, so first, I have some technical issue here, so let me see. Okay, maybe I can just show in this way. So there's some problem with the animation. Look at this one, 20 megahertz, that is LTE. With LTE 20 megahertz, we can only see about 5 multipaths. With Wi-Fi, traditional Wi-Fi with 40 megahertz, we can see more multipaths now. Now, if we have 125 megahertz, this is for the next generation 5G system. We can see so many multipaths in detail, in so much detail. With so many multipaths and detail, it offers us a resolution that we can do a lot. Okay, knowing that, now you see this bandwidth. The larger the bandwidth, the more number of multipaths we can see. We know that, right? Question is, what does multipath mean to us? Now let's take a look at it. Now suppose we are here. In this direction come a multipath. And we know the time of arrival, so multiplied by speed of light, it looks like in this location, there is a virtual sensor or virtual antenna. Say that the other multipaths come from this direction. We can also know that around here, it looks like there is a virtual sensor. Multipaths coming from every direction. So what does that mean? Multipaths, in essence, they are like virtual antenna, virtual sensor surrounding us on demand. And these are virtual sensor and antenna. Okay, with this understanding, what does that mean to us, the multipath? Multipath is indeed degrees of freedom. There are a large number of degrees of freedom exist in our surrounding, ready for our use, but we never realize that. Question is, how do we harvest multipath? We need power, we need bandwidth. But the power, the larger the power, the more this radio wave bouncing back and forth in our environment, we can see more multipath. But the power is limited by the government. The bandwidth is growing. And we already know the larger the bandwidth, the more number of multipaths that we can see. Okay, now next, we can harvest multipath. How can we control multipath? We need to use some physics to control multipath because they are virtual antenna on demand. So we are using the first physics that we have been using is a principle of time reversal. So let me introduce you what does that mean. Here is a transceiver. This is a receiver. The transmitter will transmit a pulse. And this pulse will result in many multipaths arrive at the receiver. The receiver is going to see a profile of many multipaths. Time reversal means what? Time reversal means that we time reverse it. We let the last one go first. The first one go last and let them go one by one. And then what? And the time reversal physics say that all of them will arrive at the transmitter at the same time in coherent phase. Therefore, they can all add up in a constructive way, about 6 dB. And what happened here when all the energy come together, this is like an energy flow. So here is an animation. Ordinary like a water wave, ping only at that particular moment, at that particular location, when all the multipaths come together, we have this focusing effect. Ping, you can see that. That is when all the energy all come together. Okay, this is the simulation result in the top row. With 20 megahertz and 40 megahertz, it's cloudy, cannot see anything. When we have 125 megahertz, it is a energy flow. This is a simulation. This is an actual experiment. We have an actual experiment to collect that. This is a 0.5 centimeter. This is 1.5 centimeter. This is an energy ball that we can actually create. We cannot see the energy ball. You say, what does it look like? You can imagine if you drop a stone into a pond, this is basically a two-dimensional focusing effect. Okay, now from system theory point of view, what does that mean to us? Now let's look at this. Transmitter transmit a pulse. Receiver is going to see a spread of multipaths. It's a profile of multipaths. Now, receiver is going to time reverse it and transmit this signal, this profile signal back to the transmitter. What happened is when this is transmitted, this is received. So what happened here? This is like a deconvolution. Deconvolution, and this is a perfect deconvolution. If you study communication, you know deconvolution in communication means channel equalization, which is a very difficult thing. Okay, a lot of nonlinear effect, and nobody can do this a perfect one. We can do so. But what does that mean? Who is the computer is doing this perfect deconvolution for us? The environment. The environment in this case is serving as an analog computer, doing and using physics to perform a deconvolution for us, a perfect deconvolution. That's not possible for us to do that using any algorithm. So environment is a computer, and that reduces complexity a lot. Knowing all this, our first question and application is, where are you indoor? How can we track you? Okay, so with this, remember I mentioned this energy ball. This is a focusing effect. This has been well known for 50 years. We didn't invent this, but nobody understands how the energy distributed here. So we prove one thing, which is very important. We remember when we are doing time reversal, there are hundreds of thousands of multipaths all come here together in the coherent phase, right? And this is add up in a constructive way. We prove that when there's a large number of multipaths all come together here, the energy ball have a energy distribution of Bessel function. This is a theoretical result that we prove. This is an experiment. You can see there's a water level. That is because of the line of sight. This is a good news. Why? Because this is like in probability, central limit theorem. When the large number of random variables all come add together, it will be Gaussian distribution or normal distribution, no matter where. Here is the same. This is location independent. Doesn't matter if I'm doing that in Washington, D.C. here, or in Delhi, or in India, or in Europe, doesn't matter. This energy ball is going to exhibit a distribution of the energy that is a Bessel function. Beautiful, because it's location independent. We can use this to do tracking. Why? Say we are at time 0. And the next moment, I receive the other channel impulse response, which say that the energy distribution when I match is about 80%. Then I know how far we move. And we also know the time. And therefore, with time and distance, we can estimate the speed. We can estimate your speed accurately under this very high multipath, rich multipath environment. Super effect cannot do this. Okay, using this principle, I'm going to show you a demo of indoor tracking that we done in our lab. Notice how a box path will adjust around the corner. This is due to only map technology, which allows bots to self-correct to their location. As you can see, each box location is able to be set around the entire floor, exceptional security. Okay, so what you see here is we can navigate people indoor and track them, and we can navigate how many users that we can support, unlimited number of users, just like GPS. So if you ask, that is in our lab environment, that is not real. Can we show you something real? I'm going to show you this demo. By the way, we had demo to, we were invited by Qualcomm to demo to their CEO and CTO in their headquarters in San Diego. We had demo to Apple, their Mac VP, okay, in their Cupertino headquarters. Now, this is the data that I have. This is a Marvell. Marvell is the other big company. Their headquarters is in the Silicon Valley. This is their headquarters, 50 meter, 60 meter wide. This is a gigantic environment, open space, very big. All these are cubicle area, okay? Cubicle area. So when we arrive at 9 o'clock, you know what happened is we put our device here, we call satellite. We have a map, we process the map, and we start tracking. Now, I'm going to show you the data that we collect in the real tracking. And before I show you, I want to tell you, we didn't select a path to walk. They say, you don't walk yourself, you follow our employee. Our employee will tell you left turn, right turn, U-turn, and you just follow them. So you can tell that for some of the tracking, it's very obvious, it's very difficult tracking, and they try to fail us, but we were not fair. I'm going to show you, pay attention to it. Okay, so this, you can see red one and blue one, there's a two set of tracking. This is the actual result in the real environment, hundreds of people working here. And the red one is going to the conference room and come out. There's no training, no anything. Okay, so this is the wrong one. I'm going to show you the next one. You pay attention to this blue one. It's very difficult, you can see, right? The intention is pretty bad, but they cannot fail us. It worked very well. Go into the conference room again in the red one and the blue one. Okay, so after this, we got a standing ovation by hundreds of their engineers and executives. Now, want to show you little or almost no infrastructure, very simple installation, tracking unlimited number of users and very high accuracy. So this is about tracking. Now I want to show you breathing. The radio wave impinging us when we are breathing is a very tiny movement. We pick it up. We can formulate the equation, but today I'm not going to detail of this. And that shows that this very tiny movement indeed can be picked up. So in our lab setting, we have about 1,000 people. With 1,000 people, we are about to pick up 11 out of 12, and 9 breathing rate with very high accuracy. Okay, that is about 4 years ago. Now we can pick up everybody. Now look at this, sleep monitoring. Okay, if we can pick up breathing, can we monitor your sleeping? The answer is yes. For our sleeping, we have many different stages. The REM stage is called rapid eye movement. This rapid eye movement stage is when we have dream. Every night, if we have a good sleep, we should have about 6 or 7 at least dream, and then there'll be rapid eye movement. During rapid eye movement, our breathing will be very rapid, okay, very fast. So we already can pick up breathing. We can also detect motion. These together, we can formulate, we can design an analytic, an AI to determine what are we awake? We are in REM stage or non-REM stage. This allows us to monitor sleep. And we compare with the state of the art, that is, many people are using this sleep monitoring using matrix. It's a contact matrix, and also a radar. Radar had to shine directly to you. So our solution is the best, as you can tell, in terms of everything. The reason is this Wi-Fi radio surround everywhere. Doesn't matter if you turn or in any different angle, we still pick it up. Now I want to show you this demo of sleep monitoring. Okay, so this is one Wi-Fi device. It's a sensor. This is the other one. We just need to have these two devices next to your bed. And it can be a light bulb. We are working with field lighting. The light bulb eventually can be such a device. Now you can see this person is moving, so there's a motion. This is a motion. We detect all the motions. Okay. Okay, so now you can see he went to bed and with a blanket. This is a winter time. This is a very thick blanket. No problem. Radio wave can penetrate. We need about 15 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds to start to see this breathing rate, because that is the initialization process. Now you can see the breathing start to appear. And the motion is dying down. Right? It doesn't matter which, if he turn or in any position, we continue to pick up this breathing signal. Okay, so I will, oh yeah, okay, maybe I will wait until the end. This is fast forward. And now when he is gone, we didn't pick that up. And then this is the different day. You can see that it's a different day. We have all this sleep information, and then we are able to tell how good is the sleeping information. This is a breathing. You say, oh, you didn't see the sleep information. I'm going to show you here, okay? This is a real setting in Taipei. We are working with the Taipei government for the elder care center. This is their elder apartment. And next to the bed, we put 2 sensors here. They say that they want to know how long, how often an elder go to their bathroom. So we put a device here. You can see this is all Wi-Fi device. This is in the bathroom. It's not a problem because this is a wireless device, no camera, nobody is watching, okay? So with this, you know what we can do? This is the real data we collect, okay? This is actual data. We have a 1 month, this proof of concept wasteland. You can say on December 17th. Activity meaning there's a motion in the room. Go to bathroom to stay this long. Motion, go out of this apartment, come back, go to restroom, go out, come. Oh, there is a nap around 2 o'clock to about 3:30. And it is a good nap because there are 2 REM, rapid eye movement, and blah, blah, blah. Now go to bed around 9:40. It is a good sleep because there are multiple REM. On day 18, We can continue to know the activity. And by the way, when it's a wake up, go to bathroom, there's a quick one and come back to sleep. This is all without wearable. This person doesn't need to wear anything. We are able to know all the daily activity. Live log as a service, what we call it, okay? Anything, anywhere, what happened can be monitored. And this is, by the way, this can be also excellent for COVID application. In fact, we are working with some company to do so. Okay, so that is a sleep monitoring. Remember now, I told you before, we can estimate the speed accurately under a rich multipath environment, right? Okay, we can estimate the speed accurately. You see this is speed. The derivative of the speed is oscillation. Fall detection, I mentioned this before. Fall detection is a very, very unique motion. Why? When somebody falls, there is a constant acceleration G applied on that. Continue to pull the person down until you hit the ground. At that time, it can be minus 5G. So it is a very unique because we can estimate the speed of a person very accurately. We can use that to do fall detection. Look at this. This is the maximum speed. This is the change of oscillation. Fall detection is located here. Okay, the fall down motions. The other motion, standing up, sitting down, picking up, walking, they are all here. We are able to accurately determine if somebody is falling down by using this technique. So I'm going to show you this video. This is a video that Samsung requests that we do this in our employee home for them to watch. We are in Washington, D.C. area. They are in Seoul, in Korea. We cannot travel due to this COVID, right? So we do this real-time demo to show them, and I capture this video to show you. So now you can see that this person, this is his home, and our device is Wi-Fi. We cover the entire house. And he's walking around. There's no false alarm because this motion is very different from the fall detect, the fall down. Oh, if fall, we detect. But that is one location. Can we detect at the other location? Yes, that's not a problem. Anyway, this is a data that we saved from our real-time demo to Samsung. Now, remember the time reversal? I mentioned that with time reversal, it go back and it will go back to the energy ball at is 1 point. So let's ask this question. When we are transmitting from A to A prime, if the door is closed, your door, which is a very big object, is closed, it comes to this point. But next time when the door opens, and that is a big object that perturbs your multipath, it will not go to A prime point, it may go to B point. Okay, if we are able to tell these two different points, then we can tell if the door is closed, or the door is open, right? So this principle allows us to do many things. I want to show you about this human recognition. This is a human. You and I, not only we look differently on our face, we are very different everywhere, okay? Everywhere. And this radio wave impinging us, and we perturb the radio wave in a very unique way. So if we can pick up this tiny difference, we are able to determine who is who. Now, here is an experiment. We have a room here. Inside this room is empty, no device. And the footprint is somebody will be standing here. Outside this room, we have a transmitter and receiver, Wi-Fi device. No sensor here. It's through the wall we can do human recognition. We don't need to see you. Using what? Using the principle I just mentioned, the radio. Somebody in the room without any sensor inside, we can recognize 1,000 people with a very good ROC. As you can tell, this is excellent ROC. Now I want to show you this demo. This demo is something we did about three to 4 years ago. Okay, you can see that we are using MATLAB at that time to do this, but it's still quite good to at least show you the idea. Now we are using deep learning. Okay, it's different technique. Oops. There are noise here because that day is a summertime, very strong wind. This is a one Wi-Fi. We put it here. Nowadays, in the car, they always have Wi-Fi, so it's not a problem. We can detect children left over inside the car. This is the second Wi-Fi we put it in. Okay, now the system is learning. Jessica is the owner. The system is to learn who the owner is. You can see this is a MATLAB, okay? It was 3 to 4 years ago. Even MATLAB is pretty fast. We are using SVM at that time. Now we are using deep neural network. Okay, so now the car recognizes the color owner. So what happens if now come an intruder? Okay, and so now the car will try to recognize this person. Again, you can see this is a MATLAB, okay? We don't know this person. He cannot drive the car. Now, what happens if the owner comes back? He recognized the owner, Jessica. Now, one day, with wireless AI, we don't need a key to drive the car because car can recognize us. Okay, now I want to talk about the next generation technology. Everybody is talking about 5G system using this millimeter wave, right? But what can we do wireless sensing in millimeter wave range? As we can tell, it's much more accurate now. So I want to show you this. Now, I want to show you this. This no camera is completely from this Wi-Fi. This is a millimeter wave, 60 gigahertz from Qualcomm. You are going to see a ghost like human walking in the room. No camera, right? But you know this is a person walking there. Okay, this is the other one that is walking around. You can see it's a person. This is from far away. This is for monitoring. Okay, somebody is there. Okay, now you may say, if we come closer, what we can do? If somebody come closer, then we can do more detailed video. You can see this is from Eminent. Okay, this is our ground truth. This is our result. You can tell by using millimeter wave Wi-Fi, we can actually see the person compared to the camera from Eminent. This is not bad. It's pretty good. no camera at all. And this is a video, somebody lowering down the hand, as you can tell, okay? So, and you say, what's the difference between camera and our this radio wave? When we are using camera, is somebody standing behind a podium. We cannot see the person. But using Wi-Fi, this is camera. Using Wi-Fi, we have no problem to penetrate the audience. We can track multiple persons because now it's more accurate. This person doesn't need to have any device. We can track multiple persons indoor. And not only breathing, we can pick up heartbeat now. I need to change this. So let me do this again. Okay, the resolution is different, so you cannot see this one. Now I want to, let me see what I can do here. Let me do one more thing. Okay, I will restart and show you again. Okay. So I will share this again. Okay. Did you see the screen again?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Oop, I cannot. It doesn't work today here. Okay. Anyway, this is to show that there is a real time. This is location precinct, and then this the other one here is heartbeat. We cannot see the heartbeat. It was covered here. You can see it's a real time. There are two persons at two different locations. The television can see the two persons, and then okay, you can see continue one more. But you didn't see the breathing one because this is a technical reason, something wrong here. Anyway, yeah, let's see again. We cannot. Okay. Anyway, we can pick up the breathing, the heartbeat by using this millimeter wave, not just a breathing rate. And by using that, the heartbeat that we can pick up is highly accurate. Not only we can pick up heartbeat, we can use that to determine the heart rate variability. This is the our estimate. This is sensor ground truth is highly accurate. That means we can know your heart rate variability. You don't need to wear an Apple iPhone. Using Wi-Fi, we can tell your health condition. We can also track your handwriting. You can write anywhere. You don't need a metal device, anything. You can write on the paper, on the wall, anywhere. We can, using this millimeter wave Wi-Fi, we can track your writing. So what does that mean? The teacher can write in the whiteboard, and then everything can be transcribed for student in the future. And also keystroke. Whatever you type, which key, we can recognize which key you are typing. This is for the typeset. Okay, if you are typing your computer, we can recognize from where you type. The recognition rate is highly accurate, as you can tell here. By the way, the millimeter wave can penetrate different material with different reflectivity. Therefore, we can recognize different material. It's a wood, plastic, ceramic, aluminum, whatever. We have a very good recognition rate. So now what you have seen is this. We have an AI platform that we call time reversal machines that combine physics and analytic, machine learning. Together, we can do many things. We can do security. We can do event detection, location in tracking. I didn't talk about this today. We can do fault detection, breathing rate, sleep monitoring, wireless power transfer. Didn't talk about today. Human recognition. We can do many things. What are we doing? Basically, we are making sense. We are making sense of our environment by using the ambient radio wave. So you may say, why we are calling this wireless AI? Did you know that for Alexa, it is speech recognition. It recognizes a one-dimensional speech signal. We call that AI. For face recognition, it is recognize an image and recognize your face. We call that AI. For computer vision, from there we can understand human behavior and tracking. We call that AI. They are making sense of video, making sense of image and speech signal. Here we are making sense of ambient radio wave. This is very difficult because in order to do so, it had to be very highly accurate. And to make sense, the ambient radio wave, we call it wireless AI. So the radio wave is surrounding us. Before, we don't like these multipaths. Now we know they are indeed a new sixth sense for us to decipher the world. You may ask, how real is it? We already have a product with Belkin. You know, Linksys is Belkin's Wi-Fi device. You can go Google Linksys Aware. It has been delivered all over the world, 150 countries worldwide. You can simply utilize Linksys as a Wi-Fi to protect your home. This product, we won the CES Innovation Award and have been chosen by Newsweek as the best of CES 2020. And by the way, if you want to know more, we have a book published, something that we had done in the last, in the last several years. So this is something that more detail here. And most of the work I have mentioned here have been published in IEEE Transactions. Okay, so this is the end of my talk. This is a wireless AI, the new sixth sense to decipher the world. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will stop sharing so we go back to the normal discussion.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Liu. And the best part, which I see it from a student and a faculty point of view, is that you have translated the knowledge, your research, into a form of a product. And not only in the form of a product, there is also a book for the faculty and for the students to learn and to unlearn various concepts and to apply them in the future research projects. So there are a few questions. I'll take up those questions. So the first one is, to how much radiation is a person exposed, and is it within the acceptable limits?
Okay, I think the question is the safety, right? How safe is this radio?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, by the way, we create a wireless AI technique to decipher the radio wave. We didn't create a new device to add in new radio wave to your environment. We are using your existing Wi-Fi. It could be LTE, it could be 5G, okay? Therefore, we are not an offender to give you more radio wave. No, we are saying that with your radio wave, we can do all these things to decipher your work, okay? So, and by the way, for the coming 5G, we are going to have more this radio wave around us. In my opinion, okay, they are quite safe, okay? Because it's very tiny amounts of energy.
Okay, okay. I'll take up the next one. How to address the challenges like security and privacy of personal data in wireless AI?
Okay, that is a question have been asked repeatedly. is do you intrude someone's privacy? My answer is yes and no, okay? Yes and no. And let me tell you no first. This is better than camera. Camera is watching you. You are not going to put this in the bathroom, okay? Like we in this elder case, because camera will be watching. And also for elder person, bathroom is the #1 location. They fall a lot. They don't want people to put camera. So in terms of privacy, this indeed preserves their privacy better than camera. However, because radio wave is everywhere, okay, you can get it from your neighbor or from everywhere. And using this AI platform, we are going to know what people are doing. Therefore, indeed, there is a privacy issue. But I want to tell everybody is this. Whenever we have a new technology, always come with a new ethical problem. Like what? Like a cloning. We can clone a person. Indeed, now, exactly like me. Can we do that? No. Ethically cannot. And can we clone special group of people? No. And if you realize the whole AI field had this problem, IEEE just come up with some ethical guideline for AI. New technology always come with new ethical problem. And in order to move forward, we need to address both technology, ethics together.
Okay, okay. I'll take up the next one. Can the existing algorithms be used to predict the signal to noise ratio, SNR, among the multipaths and allow us to predict the best path?
Can you say again your
Yeah,
first
can
two sentences?
existing algorithms be used to predict the SNR among the multipaths and allow us to predict the best path?
The best path, okay. In our case, it's a real product, everywhere can work, okay, no problem at all. But I want to go back to this question. How did I start to look at this problem? This indeed, in 2009, this DARPA came to me. They have a problem for submarine communication. You know, submarine is a metal box. And for submarine, it's very special. Inside submarine, all the room need to be compartmentalized. So there are so many multipaths. The existing technology doesn't work well. Too many multipaths, too many this compartmentalized. So they were asking, can time reversal, using this time reversal, is a gain of about 6 dB gain. Can we use that to improve? The answer is yes. Okay, we can improve SNR by 6 dB. But for real application, we don't worry about it because it had to work every location. We can make it work.
Okay, okay. What is the maximum speed of the tracker bot, which you showed in your presentation?
Good questions. That depends on the sampling rate. We need to have a satellite sampling rate. Now we are tracking people using their normal speed. What does that mean? Normal speed is up to 1.5 meter per second. For up to 1.5 meter per second, our sampling rate had to be around 2,000, something like that. If we want to track when a car moving around in garage to navigate the parking, because that is faster than human speed, then the sampling rate had to be higher. So it's not an issue. It depends on what application that you want and then how high the sampling rate that you require.
Okay, I'll take up the last 3 questions now. Does the car intrusion detection system achieve 100% accuracy? If not, is there a fundamental limit of using radio waves only for recognition?
Okay, this is a good question. What you have seen this video is long ago we used SVM. The recognition rate, when you change the environment, the recognition rate may reduce. In our recent paper, earlier this year, you can find we published in the IoT journal, IEEE IoT journal. We are using deep neural network to learn the driver. It's a couple or with a few people. Here is the main finding. The more time if you allow time to learn the driver with 2 weeks, the recognition rate can be around 90%. If you learn for 1 month, the more time, your accuracy rate can go up. It can go up to maybe 95, 96%. But there's no 100% things. Okay, so it depends on the condition. If the condition is very simple, look, also it depends on if we only want to recognize the driver verification, that is easy. That can be very high. But if you want to recognize this is the husband or wife, right? Then the recognition rate will go down. For one single person, the validation rate can be very high, 99% or even higher. There's no 100% thing in the world.
Okay, I'll take up the second last one. This is regarding the handwriting detection. Well, did it work around the motion of the pen or the different reflective index of the ink on the board?
No, there's no in or nothing. We track the tick. It's a tracking. See, we can track people. You saw the demo, right? We can track people using 5 gigahertz this radio. 5 gigahertz radio, the resolution is decimeter. Decimeter meaning less than 1 meter. It's about 30 centimeter to 50 centimeter. That is a 5 gigahertz range. When we go to millimeter wave, you know what does that mean? Millimeter meaning millimeter accuracy. The accuracy is good. And then we can track your handwriting movement. From the tracking of handwriting movement, we can track what you write.
Okay. So that brings to the last question. Typically, how much data would be required to train the wireless AI system for a useful product shown in your presentation?
How much data?
Yeah.
Depends. Most of what I talk about here, maybe I should start it from this. So many people, they have been influenced by machine learning and they didn't understand the real principle of AI. They all believe they just need a neural network and dump the data and then they can get the output, and they don't know why. That is a wrong way, because in a real environment, your setting in India, your setting in our setting in US or in Japan is all very different. If we rely on learning or how much data to learn, it won't work. Just look at the Alexa. When you buy this Amazon device, they didn't ask you to train for 2 weeks. You are not going to buy it. So what we do is this: we build a very precise model, analytical model, very precise, based on physics and based on our data that we collect. And then after we build this very precise model, we train it. That's it. Okay. And then when you buy it, you don't need to do any training at all for most of what I have been discussing, except the human recognition. Okay. Human recognition, you are very different. I don't know who you are. You had to train. Everybody had to train. So yes, in most cases, we don't require users to do training. When they buy it, they turn it on, already work. It's actually just like Alexa, because it has been trained with a very precise model, it can already work.
Okay. There's just one last question which has just popped up. I'll take up this one and then we'll conclude. Would it be easy to fool such a wireless AI system by generating a counter wireless signals that disrupt the ambient radiation?
No, because in our case, you see, I need some sensor. I need some sensor to provide some radio. So we have a handshake. We know who is providing the right impulse. From there, we want to recognize the environment. So whoever communicate, whoever transmit other signal, we will not pick it up. And by the way, Wi-Fi has its own protocol. Wi-Fi is protocol that at one particular moment, only one user can do transmission. And everybody will be using different channel. So no matter what you do, if we don't recognize you, you are not visible. You will not be even an interference because Wi-Fi protocol has such a capability to put user at different scenario. Certainly, if you are military or you are intelligent, government intelligent people, you can jam. That's a different story, right?
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Liu. That brings to the end of our question answer session. So before I conclude this particular session, any remarks from your side? Then I'll give thanks from my side.
No, it's my pleasure to share this exciting result to you. It's really exciting, as you can tell. In the future, before, when we say wireless, the second word always comes with communication, wireless communication. Everybody recognize that.
Okay.
When we were invited to demo to Qualcomm CEO and CTO, after they have seen what we can do, they have spent a lot of resources. They cannot do all of these things. Their job was wide open. And I told them, in the future, it's not just wireless communication. It will be wireless communication, and we can also do wireless sensing.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Liu. And thank you very much, all the attendees. And on behalf of the National Academy of Sciences India Delhi chapter and the Deen Upadhyaya College, I would like to thank Professor Liu for sparing his valuable time. And it's nearly about 1 hour. And I think it must be around morning 10:30 at your place in Maryland. Yeah. This is early morning. And you accepted our invitation to deliver a talk. And I hope that maybe after this pandemic is over, next year we'll be able to host another talk in person, face to face, New Delhi, India.
I will be glad to. Thank you much.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.